Well, I have a bit of an emergency. I suddenly smelled ammonia and I heard this hissing noise. Oh, my fridge just blew out, which is a bummer. This is not good at all. I'm having very bad luck with refrigeration this year. You can hear it hissing. Can you hear the hissing? I can't find the leak, but it's hissing bad in here, and it's really bad. The air inside the RV is poisonous. I'm trying to air it out. I've got a headache instantaneously, and I'm trying to air out the RV. I've got a fan on. This is not supposed to leak into the RV. When it blows out, it's not supposed to leak into the RV. It's supposed to vent out the ceiling, but it seems to be that the stuff is heavier than air. At least that's the way it's acting, because it's flowing down in through the hole in the floor here by the fridge and going into the RV. Oh, I'll be happy when that's done leaking out. I don't know if you can hear that hissing. That's frustrating. Well, that fridge is done. Absolutely finished. I am running out of refrigerators here out in the off-grid project. I can't see it, but I can hear it and I can smell it. It smells horrible. Well, everybody knows what ammonia smells like. And it's leaking into my RV. It's terrible. Really bad. Oh, I don't know. Just hope I can air it out safely enough, because that stuff's deadly. Well, no more fridge. It only lasted a week. I don't know what to do now for refrigeration. I'm going to lose all my food. Since there's poisonous ammonia all through the RV, I've got all the windows and screens and everything going, or opened up. I've got even my fan up here that I've never used yet. Up by the dash is running, fans in the windows, and because it's full of poisonous ammonia, I can't, I'm not even going anywhere near that thing right now. I've got baby cat out here with the chickens. Where is she? Oh, she's over in the corner. There's a catbird teasing my cat. I don't know if you can hear the catbird. There's my cat. Ah, flies are attacking me. Ah, the deer flies. I haven't found a bug repellent for deer flies. Well, there's a baby cat. How you doing, baby cat? You good? She's just relaxing. Enjoying the fact that she's finally out. I usually don't put her out here in the mornings because of the wet dew. But she's happy now. See that she's looking at that catbird. Oh, now she sees me. That bird is right there in the bushes, teasing her. Anyway, she's enjoying it because she gets to be out in the morning when all the birds and the bugs and the animals are out. Yeah, now she wants to come in. Anyway, that's how it's got to be. I can smell that ammonia over here. It's disgusting. So, in the meantime, I'm washing my clothes with a bucket, doing the old-fashioned way, and using the time away from the RV. Got my laundry done. Well, my socks anyway. You guys might recognize this drying rack from last year. Somebody sent me that. And it's very useful. But because the ground here is so hard, I had a horrible time trying to get it in, even into the garden deep enough, so I had to use cement blocks to prop it up. But there's my whites for now. I'll let that dry while I'm waiting for the RV to air out. I'll give you a tour of the garden here real quick while I'm waiting. People are asking. My lettuce is doing very well. Actually, these flowers up front are doing well. This one has never yet brought flowers, but it's spreading out very nicely. This one's constantly blooming. And my marigolds are looking good, but the grass is digging out towards the garden, so I'll have to fight that away. Here, same thing, the grass and weeds while I was demolishing. It doesn't take long. I was demolishing the camper 3-4 days and this took over. That's it. Now my catnip, which is going to be a mosquito repellent, according to what I've understood, is better than DEET for mosquito repellent. That is growing very nicely. That's the one I transplanted from my parents' place. I threw some carpet down here just for control. That's the carpeting from my old camper that I demolished. And I just threw it in here for now to help control the weeds until I get the rest of the paper down. It's just out of control here. It's crazy. And these guys are going to bear flowers, or bloom, whatever. I don't know how you say it. These guys are going to have flowers soon. And that's the echinacea, these two. And there's a yarrow that's going to have flowers soon. Again, marigolds are looking good. Marigolds last. They last the whole season. It's nice. I got some nice hot peppers forming here. Look at that. Oops, I got aphid problems. That's a bummer. Can I zoom on that? Will it focus? I still have to learn if there's a focus button on this. Well, anyway, there are aphids. Yeah, you can see them right there. All the aphids on there eating my peppers. I might have to get more ladybugs. I don't know where they went. But I'm surprised that aphids like peppers. See, here's what confuses me. So many people say spread chili on your plants to control bugs. But the bugs go after the chili peppers first. Look at these. There's some nice hot chili peppers growing. I think these were the mystery peppers, if I remember right. This grass is in there deep. Yeah, these were the mystery peppers. I didn't know what these were going to be. So, that's good. This one's spreading out new branches. I know you're supposed to break off the shoots at the bottom, but since he's so little, I want him to grow. Give it a chance. What do we got here? Red bell. Still haven't started putting out flowers yet. And we've got some other various hot peppers here. Also, starting to flower. A couple of them. Hungarian wax, taking its time. I hear hot cherries, taking their time. The marigolds, again, really doing well. I like it. Now, boy, it's heavy, heavy dew here. We get as much dew as we do rain. My cauliflower is a failure. It has bolted because of the heat. It's a cooler weather plant, and I don't know what these two guys are because I never did anything. It's just weird. They were supposed to be cauliflower. They were planted in with cauliflower. My broccoli as well has bolted, so I am going to have to urgently get a shade, a form of shade out here. And I think if I cut off the bloom on top, it might continue to grow. I did that once years ago. Cabbages are looking good. Now here's my yellow squash, or green squash, and they've got little squash fingers on there. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see the squash. Yeah, right there. There's squash growing. So I'll be eating soon. Very soon I'll be eating squash. Now, I decided here, this little fluffy stuff on the ground, I'm leaving it as ground cover for now, because it's out of control anyway. I decided to leave it there as ground cover to hold the moisture in. And that's around my corn and my tomatoes, so that won't hurt a thing. It stays low, so let it stay. And my onions are looking good. They're growing well. Now this year I was smart and I didn't put things where one plant will destroy another like I did last year. So here I have some cherry tomatoes. I think they're cherries, have grown up and they're overpowering my cucumbers. So I'm going to have to thin these out. Now these grew of their own. They grew out of the wild. So I'm going to have to thin these out. Actually I have to, or they're not going to, they're going to compete for nutrients. And there's some more of the cucumbers recovering from being drilled through by the vine borer insects. Here's a pickle growing. Pickle, cucumber, whatever you want to say. And it's oozing fluids. It's weird. This is a wild patch I have to mow down. And in here I've got a mixture of those wild growing tomatoes and squash plants that came of their own. Came up all on their own, and they've got flowers on them. Now I'm going to have to thin these out too, but they have flowers, because here is a massive dense bunch of them competing for nutrients. But since they're relatively larger, each plant, I'll be able to transplant them, I think. Thin them out and keep them. Squash is good food. What we have over here, the peas are doing well, and there's random tomatoes that grew up, which I'm leaving there. My herb garden is good. My rosemary is not looking good at all. I don't know it's just not growing and not doing anything. It's not dead, but it's not growing. Dill is huge. I'm going to start clipping the flowers off that and keeping it. And the rest of them are doing okay. The basil is really nice. The tallest. They're all alright. And then here was, I didn't label it, but here's a mixture of all my root vegetables. Starting to take off. And there was from the Survival Essentials seeds packs. These are some massive beans. I can't wait to see what these will look like. Really massive bean plants here. And only a couple popcorn plants came up. Just a couple. Sort of disappointing. It's time to get the peas on stands. So they have to be out here working again soon. And the strawberries, the wild strawberries, are dense. Really putting out a carpet here, so that's good news. That'll be good for next year. My other strawberries are just existing, but they're alright, they're healthy. So hopefully they'll spread out for next year. So there, some people were asking about my garden. That's it for now. I still have 2 more rows to plant, but I can rotate my crops, and that's what I'm going to be doing, so I'm not overloaded with food all at once. So I might put in a second crop of peas later on and a second crop of beans, so that I'm not swamped and have too much to take care of at once. But it's growing. A lot of weeds and a lot of grass, because I should have maybe tilled that anyway. It would have helped a lot, because that's where I didn't till. You can see where I didn't till. It is a jungle. I just mowed this down and it's growing up. It's just so fast. The weeds grow faster than your garden plants. The ammonia is still leaking, so I can't go back near my RV. What time is it? It is 10:15. And this blew out at 8 o'clock, and it's still hissing and still leaking and it's still poisonous. So it's terrible. I don't know when I'm going to be able to put my cat back inside for the day. But it's strong, very strong, poisonous ammonia pouring out of here. If anybody's familiar with RV refrigerators, that's the reason they're vented to the outdoors, to protect you in case they blow out. But in my case, it somehow is going inside the RV instead of blowing out, and it'll kill you. If this happens while you're in there camping in the night, you will die. That's dangerous stuff, bad stuff. So here's some proof that it's not the temperature that gets me, but the humidity. It's 90 degrees out, 32% humidity. 4 p.m. I've been working all day outside. It's I've been hot and sweaty, but nowhere near as bad as when it's in the 80s and high humidity, even the 70s and high humidity. So 90 degrees, low humidity, I'm doing good today. The war zone is looking a little better. Got the garbage neatly bagged up and piled up. Just this stuff right here is going, and a couple doors yet. That's the garbage. Now he's taken also the trash can and all this pile of junk. Most of the camper is gone now. Either broken up, taken out in metal, or put into trash bags. So there's just a small section of the roof left. Is all there is left here. Just a little section. The plywood boards, for me, they're junk. That one's gonna get burnt. But those are warped and sort of rotted. There's my cute little curious friend. No, he's camera shy. Oh well. He made his home back inside the garbage pile that I haven't cleaned up yet. But I don't know if you remember, this was all out here, covered and heaping out here. It's all gone. It's all neatly bagged up. So it's getting there. And the little chipmunk is slowly losing space. A little bit at a time. He's losing ground here. Soon he's going to have to find a new home. He's right there. Is he going to show himself? Come on, say hi. Smile for the camera. He's right there. Oh, I am sore. No, I won't be able to see him. Well, anyway, he's in there. Oh, there he is. Little guy. He's cute. I'll give him that. I'm about 10 feet from him. Look at how fast he twitches. Little guy. Nervous thing. Well, anyway, could be a girl too. I always just say guy. Oh, yeah, my back is done. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was just showing you the temperature inside. I'd still be working, and I'd finish this yet today, but my back is done. I'm done. I'm gonna rake all this. Tomorrow's Sunday, so that's it for now. But I'll rake all this up and bag it on Monday. And I've got a little bit down here yet to clean up. I'm gonna rake all these leaves, get rid of all that. Now, people ask me why I didn't rake that up and run it through my machine before. Well, we had done some work back here with nails in the past, and I don't want any single nail going through my machine. So regardless, I wouldn't use this straight through the machine without checking it. Same with around behind the RV, that's why I haven't got to it yet. With all those pallets I had worked on before, right where the RV is currently parked, I do not want to risk wrecking that machine, so those leaves have to be sorted and run through a magnet before I can compost them. So, or mulch them, I should say. So these leaves are just going to be burnt. I just don't trust the any nails. I don't want to run any nails through my machine. I thought I was going to finish painting this today, but nope, I'm done. I'm really sore now from the... We did a lot here. We did a lot of cleaning up. My neighbor came over and took all the scrap metal. This whole roof, if you remember, was complete. It's all gone now. So we cleaned this all up. Oh, just a little bit of scrap over here left. And that's it. My porch is a bit of a mess because I've been moving things around and digging out. I had those 2 containers here that had my clothing and blankets in them, but I had to take them out. They're actually sitting in the yard right there. I have to get them put away later. But I brought out my fridge. I don't know if you remember, you guys can always go back to the video. This was filthy. Look at that. It's pretty. Just like new again. I gotta work on the seals yet real quick because they came apart on me. Brand new thing, and they shouldn't be doing that, but it did. So I gotta figure out how those go back in. If they do. But hopefully I can get that put back together however it goes. I think it's pretty crazy that the seal would come apart already with... I mean, it's a brand new fridge. It hasn't even been used much at all. I don't know if that's normal that they separate so easy. And then I got the bottom cleaned out. The problem is it hits here. It's not level for some reason, so I've got to put some boards underneath it. And then I'm going to turn it on. And hopefully I'll have a fridge here. Fridge-freezer combo. I don't know how well this is going to run on solar, but it is summer, and so I'm getting more sun on the panels, so we'll see. The fridge is running on my power inverter. I think you can hear it humming. Happily humming. Oh, so soon I'll be able to have cold drinks again. It's good to have a cold drink when you're out here in the heat like this. Let me go in and check the voltage inside. Hope you can see that. I can barely see the display because I'm in an awkward position trying to see this up against the wall. 13 volts. It's on the light is blinking. Where's the light? There it is. It's on float, so it's barely bringing in any power from the panels right now. It's just floating the batteries and only bringing in 42 watts, 3.2 amps. So, whoops, it's dropped to 12.9, so that fridge is sucking some power out of these batteries. Hopefully, although the sun is no longer on the solar panels, hopefully I'll get enough that I'll be able to cool down that fridge purely on solar power before it gets late, and then I'm sucking off pure battery juice. So I'm getting a late start in the day on this, but I had to get that thing cleaned and sanitized, and my neighbor came over with a truck and we started working, and then the day was gone. So hopefully there's enough sunlight to get that fridge cooled off. Well, we'll see how it goes. I have to watch the batteries tonight. Well, they're just kicked up to 78. 6 amps. Yeah, now it's starting to pull some power out of the solar panels. There's 80 watts. It's starting to pull some power out of the solar panels. So the MPPT charge controller is doing its job and is maintaining voltage as needed. It only draws from the panels what the batteries need at the time. Right now my inverter, both fans are screaming. It's load testing AC output normal, good. It's not even on half load. The third light down says half load, and that would be glowing orange if I was pulling a lot of power. So I'm not pulling too much power at all right now, not yet. So we're looking good. But with it 90 degrees out and pulling some power off this thing, it's definitely got the fans running. This is a really good inverter. Really good inverter. I am so thankful that I have this. I forgot the guy's name who sent this to me, but thank you very much. My baby cat wants to be in the show. Well, this is not really good looking here. It's 12.4 volts, 10 o'clock at night. And the fridge though is cool. It's cooled down and the compressor is off. But it sure put a drain on my battery bank getting that fridge fired up. I am hoping it'll be fine throughout the night. I guess I'll find out in the morning. But that's certainly scary. I guess we'll see what it's going to be like in the morning. But the worst is over. Getting the fridge cooled down takes the most power. So now it's going to just be on cycling through and maintaining.